the tale of what went wrong in our condo market, because we're seeing a challenging market here. Like here was a challenging time for a lot of stuff going on in terms of the housing market. We had some new changes come in, but we were able to maintain fairly steady in terms of that inventory. And look at where we've gone now. A systemic change has happened in the condo market for Toronto, and that's why we have this issue of so many homes that are just not selling. Or so many condos, sorry, they're just not selling.
So many condos, yeah. And again, you know, people have been waiting a long time to be in a buyer's market. You're in a buyer's market right now.
Yeah.
I understand that there could be a little bit more pressure on the prices coming this year, but if you can negotiate a lower price right now and not have to wait, and maybe the market does start to change. It's hard to believe that it will in the short term, but you know, there could be deals out there, and it doesn't hurt to at least go out and have a look and negotiate. And if you can't get it for what you want, you move on. But there can be definitely good deals there.
I'm going to say it again. You can go out and you can make the market. You don't know what's going on the other side of the table, and you can make the market right now with a fantastic opportunity. But you have to decide that that's something you want to do, and you can't. I think the biggest regret that some people have is they act on a fear instead of knowing what the outcome is that they're going for, and they let the fear decide if they're going to move forward or not. And that's what stops you from these times, right? And of course, ability. You have to be in the position to do it. But if you're in the position to do it, you should be seriously talking to somebody about making a plan to how go take advantage of this opportunity in the market that we don't usually see, that we don't see all the time in the GTA.
One of the biggest things I always notice with investors of investing in anything is they want to invest in something, but they don't want to prepare for for that investment. And then when that opportunity arises, they start to get their ducks in order, but then the market's already started to shift. It's already started to move. Yeah. And then they start questioning, oh, well, maybe I missed it. Maybe I shouldn't. And then you've missed the entire upside. So now is the time to put your ducks in a row, get ready to take advantage of an opportunity.
Yeah, the indicators are there. For those of you that are wondering, like, believe in the data that's there. We have high active listings. We have low sales. We've had softened prices. Like, this is the trough. You know, whether there's going to be some minor fluctuations month to month and, you know, for the next 12 months, for sure. But in the long run, the big drop has happened. Now is the time to take a hard look at if this is something that you want to do.
All right. I want to add one thing. I know you're tight on time, but, you know, I think Donald Trump's attacks on tariffs and on Canada is potentially going to strengthen this country and open up more ties to the world for trading partners. And, you know, there's going to be some short-term pain here, but I think long-term, this could set up Canada for some exceptional growth.
Yeah, well said. I think we've been complacent too long, relying on our partner to the south. Like, this is going to kind of give us the kick in the butt to start evaluating other opportunities outside of just the U.S. Even within our own country, looking at breaking down some of those barriers between provinces will make a huge difference. And we haven't necessarily needed to before, or we haven't chose to do it before. Because, again, we talk about that lost decade, Matt, on our earlier slide about GDP and where we sit in the world. For 10 years, we haven't been doing anything. This isn't all Donald Trump's fault. Like, a lot of our challenges that our nation faces has been, I think, through complacency and maybe some differing poor decisions in policy, in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see what this kick in the butt might do for us. It could be the best thing that's ever happened, like you said, once we get through the short-term pain.